Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears, while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty and music light and gay, there are frail forms fainting at the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more.
Good morning and welcome to our virtual Unitarian Universalist service. We are the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Elkhart, a welcoming community encouraging religious freedom, nurturing individual, spiritual, and ethical growth, celebrating diversity, and promoting a just and sustainable world. I'm Mary Lichty Adams, a member of the board of this congregation. Welcome to you all. For those of you who are new to Unitarian Universalism, please visit our website at uufe.org, which will describe the activities of our local congregation, or go to our national website, uua.org, which will give you a broader idea of the scope of our work. We're delighted that you're visiting us and welcome you to join us. Thanks for coming.
Good morning and welcome to Pride Month. My name is Amy DeBeck and I am the minister here at UUFE. It's my privilege to serve these fine people. It's an honor to be here and I'm so glad that you're visiting with us today. We start off with some information about folks here in the Elkhart area. This week we lost David Stokely. He died on Monday, June 8th. While his life will be celebrated at a traditional service when it is safe to have an in-person service, there's another way to honor him as well. Mary Adams and Dave and Doris's granddaughter, Melissa, will be hosting a 4th of July party. Look on Facebook and in emails for details. I will be taking a break. Kevin and I have been doing services since March 22nd. And thank you, Patty and Chris French, for doing next week's service. It's going to be a jazz service. It's going to be great. I will be taking off from June 15th, Monday, until Tuesday, July 7th. I am not really sure what I'm doing. I appreciate all of the questions, but mostly what I'll be doing is not work. While I'm gone, concerns can be directed to our care associates and to our board members. Be sure to attend service not just next week, but on the 28th also. On June 28th at 10 a.m., you're invited to worship with thousands of Unitarian Universalists during General Assembly. The way to get onto that link will also be on Facebook and in an email from Ron right before the service. So that I could take that third week off, I'm in a trade-off with Chip Roush. The Reverend Chip Roush of the South Bend Unitarian Universalist congregation are calling themselves the Zoomitarians. And on July 5th, UUFE is invited to worship along with South Bend. With all of these sorrows about David and all of these joys about the beautiful weather and the getting outside, I want to remind us to stay safe, to wash your hands often, wear a mask whenever you're out of the house, and please stay as far apart from people as you can, 6 feet at least. I hope that we can all be together soon. What I want to say now is that this gong, it stands for all of us when we are together by heart. We ring the gong 3 times, once for those who came before us and made a place for us. Once for those who are here now. And once for those who will come after us and build on the dream.
The chalice lighting today is by Brian Kelly. In times of darkness, we stumble toward the tiny flame. In times of cold, we seek the warming fire. In times of repression, we reach for the lamp of truth. In times of joy, we light a candle of celebration. Spirit of life, as we kindle this light, help us find what we need this day.
Ours is a covenantal religion. I invite you to join with me in saying our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. To dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. This is our covenant. Last week, the offering went to the Sustainability Fund. This week is the second of 2 weeks that we'll share our bounty with Elkhart Jail Chaplaincy. Offering checks can be mailed in, or you can go to our Square site. As we listen to the next hymn, the words are in the email and you can sing along if you'd like. This music is not only offertory music, but also a time for you to get into your chair and settle back and get ready for a bridging ceremony where these beloved children bridge from being children to young adults. And so after the next piece of music, which is Sleep, My Child, we will have the bridging of Selah, Victoria, Callie, and Elena.
between our divisions. If I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we can make such sweet harmony, building bridges between our divisions. If I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we can make such sweet harmony, building bridges between our divisions. If I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we can make such sweet harmony, building bridges between our divisions. If I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we can make such sweet harmony, building bridges between our divisions. If I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we can make such sweet harmony, building bridges between our divisions. If I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we can make such sweet harmony, building bridges between our divisions. If I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we could make such sweet harmony.
Today we honor the youth among us, who are stepping beyond and away and toward. Today we share in your journey and encourage your discovery.
Today we welcome your energy and offer you a safe place to grow. Today we celebrate your hopes and dreams. Come live, breathe, thrive, and rejoice. Your time is now.
Today we applaud you for all you have been, for all you are now, and for all you will be.
Today marks an ending so that I may begin again to hope and do and learn and be.
Today you cross this bridge. Go now and explore with wonder. We will support and nurture you. You are the future.
Today you cross this bridge. Go now and make choices that make you happy. We will support and nurture you. You are amazing.
Today you cross this bridge. Be patient and hopeful. We will support and nurture you. You are an inspiration.
Today I cross this bridge and join in fellowship. Let me grow, but don't let me go.
Together we share a special place. Together we learn. Together we love. Together we grow.
Hi, Bridgers. Hi, graduates. Hi, family members. It's so nice to have you here. I'm sorry that COVID has taken away the opportunity for us to be together in person, but I'm thankful for technology that allows us to gather regardless. I'm happy that you all are here, and I'm happy that you had the experience with family members of symbolically bridging as we would have done in our sanctuary. So this is the portion of the bridging that, that I get to give you something. And so we've driven around today and given you two things that we're going to talk about during this part of the bridging. The first thing is, the first symbol is a rose. And the rose represents coming from childhood into young adulthood, into what I hope, and we all hope, is just a wonderful future for each of you. When you were babies, did any of you have some kind of baptism or baby naming ceremony or something like that? Okay, great. So in Unitarian Universalist churches, what we do with babies is we take a flower and we take off any kind of thorns or anything that would hurt a baby, and we dip it in holy water, and we touch the water, we touch the flower to their eyes so that they can see clearly, and that their mouth speaks love, and that their hands do good works. And now that you're 18 and still held as beloved children and supported, but now you're 18 and bridging to young adulthood, we give you another flower. I want to hold those up. Great. Now you'll notice on these roses, we did not remove the thorns. The thorns represent challenges that you're going to have in your life. Maybe hardships, but we hope not. They represent all of the things that cause life to be a little less safe than when you're a baby and somebody is making sure everything is okay. So your religious life, mostly at UUFE, your religious life has given you a lot of resources and tools. Your family has loved you. Your church family has loved you. All of the communities that you're part of have loved you into being and have brought you to this point. And so all of these circles of love around you are represented by this next gift. These communities that you have, including UUFE and Unitarian Universalism in a larger sense, all of these communities are the resources that are going to get you through the next part of your life. They've helped to form you, and they're going to continue to carry you. So if you'll reach into your bag and pull out what represents a resource. The best and safest way to remove thorns from a rose is with nail clippers. So you now have, each of you, an official UU nail clipper, pedicure, manicure set. And really, although this is fun, and it was funny to think about and buy, really it's very serious what it represents, that you all have acquired so many tools and resources. You know where to go. You know that you have family, you have friends, you have your beloved community at church, and you all have different circles you're part of. Let those nail clippers serve as the resources that are going to help you when you hit challenges like thorns. You've got this. Each of you, you're amazing. You've got this. Your church loves you. Your minister loves you. We're so proud of you. And whenever you encounter folks from the beloved community of UUFE over the summer, make sure that you say, hey, did you know I bridged? All of this in mind, we wish you peace and happiness and some challenges, but not too many. Happy bridging. Blessed be and amen.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
I am very sorry that you won't be able to graduate with all of your friends all at the same time, but you've graduated. You've become young adults.
It's not easy to be a young adult, especially in times like this, but hopefully being in UUFE has given you the tools to transition to young adulthood.
I know that myself, I definitely have more tools coming from UUFE than if I had gone somewhere else. A good example, this may shock and surprise everyone that knows me, but one of the tools that I've learned is the understanding of others. I've learned that you can't pick every battle as an activist because you'll just get really tired really fast. You have to have enough critical thinking ability to realize when a battle isn't worth fighting, to know when you need to practice self-care. If I hadn't gone to UUFE, if I hadn't become a young adult through the UU religion, I would be a very tired man.
It's important to develop critical thinking skills, and definitely in times like these, it's more important. Times are tough. Your young adulthood will be faced with many challenges, and hopefully UUFE has provided you with critical thinking skills that will allow you to navigate these uncertain times. You will have ups and downs in your young adult life, and hopefully you will be able to handle them with ease.
Congratulations on becoming a young adult, Sela and Callie.
Congratulations on becoming a young adult, Elena and Victoria.
Hello everyone, my name is Eliza DeBeck, my pronouns are she, her, and hers, and for today I'll be taking over the sermon from my mom, who usually does these. Greetings everyone, and happy bridging! I've known most of these young adults for quite some time, and I'm happy to keep looking up to them both as people and as a friend. On this day that's meant to mark the passage of time and personal progress, I'd like to invite all of you into a time of introspection with me. It was the mathematician and theologian Alfred Whitehead who once said that the only use of knowledge of the past is to equip us for the present. While I believe that dwelling too much on the past can bring us anxiety and remorse, we can still find meaning in the lessons that were taught by our predecessors. In the spirit of Pride Month, as well as my dad, the social studies teacher, this morning I'll be discussing the meaning of each color on the rainbow LGBT flag and why those meanings are still relevant. The first color in a rainbow is red. Red, within the context of the flag, is symbolic of life. The way I like to think about it is that red means life because of its association with blood. Now, that might sound a bit macabre, but hear me out here. As far as we know, every living thing on the planet, other than plants, have some form of blood pumping through them. It's something that connects all of us to each other on such a basic, biological level, no matter how alone or isolated someone might feel. As long as there's some living thing nearby, you know that you both share at least one thing in common. In a social sense, it's the way communities form as well. Even if a group of people are completely different in every way, something as simple and biological as blood can bring them together. The next color of the rainbow is orange, which has the given definition of healing. If there's one thing about the LGBT community that stayed true throughout history, it's our resilience and ability to heal from anything. Generations of the community have been burdened with deep-seated trauma based on their identities, trauma that they didn't ask for and that they honestly don't deserve either. One thing I'll never say is that all of this hardship and all of these experiences made us stronger because we survived them. Because I think that that gives our oppressors kind of a shout-out in helping us. If a community, or even a single person can experience something traumatic or something tragic, I guess, and they can make it through to the other side, that's because of their strength. That internal strength, that power, is with all of us, no matter who you are. In modern times, proof of this strength is everywhere if you're willing to look for it. Give yourself a break if you have to. Let yourself heal, and I promise, eventually things will be okay. Yellow, to the surprise of probably nobody, is a representative of sunlight. The sun is what gives us life, warmth, and light. On the other hand, it can also burn us, or destroy your sight if you look at it for too long. I think the sun is kind of like a person in that way. If you treat it with respect, and take its warnings seriously, it gives you fun, enjoyment, and the essential things that we really need to live. Decide that you know better, and that you can just ignore all of the warnings, you'll literally get burned. In my opinion, the color yellow is one of the best colors of the rainbow, because it reminds me that people are capable of being warm and loving, just like sunlight. Next in the Roy G. Biv sequence is green, which is known as the color of nature. Nature is a gorgeous thing. If you take care of it, it will take care of you as well. Just like the way that every tree, vine, and flower is a part of the whole Earth's beauty, so too is every person that lives here, whether they know it or not. I've used the word beauty a few times to describe humanity, and it's true. Sometimes it can be hard to see that, but I think it's what we are. Fair warning, I am about to get a little bit sappy. I hope you can bear with me. There's a common misconception that natural human beauty has to be a number of things, but especially thin, light-skinned, young, obedient, as well as more modern things like heterosexual, cisgender, and monogamous. Not to say a person with these qualities can't be gorgeous, but what I'm saying is that you don't need these traits. Let yourself eat whatever you want, laugh loudly, and be unashamed of the things that you're interested in. Let go of the expectations that have been given to you without your permission. Nature is beautiful, and so are you. Blue, in the context of its meaning, is the color of harmony. Everything is connected in one way or another. Humans are meant to be pack creatures. That's why we can feel sympathy and empathy for each other. When something happens to one of us, the rest of us feel it too. Harmony with other people is our greatest strength. And of course, there will always be someone that's afraid of that, and they try and give their fear and their distrust to whatever group they target. But people like that, people like our current president, for example, are honestly powerless to stand up against a group of united people. I talked about this during my fireside chat a few days ago, but the momentum being built up by the Black Lives Matter movement right now is a force that cannot be stopped or slowed down. So long as there are harmony between individual people, the future is ours to shape. The last color of the natural rainbow, violet, stands for spirit. Spirit is, in my opinion, the most important one out of all the things I've talked about today. So long as you have spirit and you can keep hope, it's possible to keep pushing forward. Spirit is what makes everything else about humanity possible, from artwork to making friends to maybe even romance. If you notice that someone else's spirit is flagging, take a moment to offer a hand up and help them. Just like what I said about nature, when you take care of someone, when you're feeling down, they'll help you too. This next part might be a little bit off-brand for me as an emo, atheist teenager, but consider the following. According to the Old Testament tellings of the Bible, God created the rainbow as a promise to humanity to spare us from another flood. The rainbow flag, and all of its symbolism, is an active promise that we make to each other to remember all the facets of our own humanity as well as each other's. That's the message I want to leave with young adults this morning. It's my hope that wherever life takes you and wherever you go, you'll still remember who you are. Happy Pride, everyone.